Okay, so part 4 is the trickiest compared to all the other remaining 3 sections. And yes, we can find it tricky. There can be a couple of mistakes, but don't fear it, right? It's very important that you don't fear the 4th part, because just because the words are heavy or it looks very complicated, that's not the right approach. The right approach would be you have 10 questions and you have 13 minutes. So 13 minutes means you're getting an additional 3 minutes, which is a lot for questions. The reason is that the skimming takes a little longer. You will need a little more time to skim. And since you need a little bit more time to skim, they have given you 3 extra minutes. So you keep your strategy the same, wherein you take 1 minute per question, but then you start looking at the skimming pattern. Here, the words or your vocabulary has to be really good, because sometimes very tricky vocabulary words can be there. So start improving on your words. You would need to understand most of the synonyms that can be replaced, or most of the words which are commonly used. At the same time, it's nothing to fear, because the technique remains the same as the previous sections. We have a word, say we have a word like resolution. So we pick up the word resolution, and on the left side of the paragraph where the paragraph is given, we again start the skimming technique. We look for that word towards the left and see if we can find it anywhere. If we are able to locate that, it will take a little longer to locate, because it won't be as easy as the remaining 3 sections. But don't get worked up in the first question itself. It's okay if it's taking a little longer. There's a reason, right? This is the tougher section, and that section can be it may take you time in the beginning. That's the way to look at it, but later on it will become easy for you, because you would have skimmed. Since you're skimming for the first 3 questions, after you're done with the first 3 questions, the remaining from 4 to 10 become really easy. So technique remains the same, but your eyes should be on the clock, because this is where you can get tricked into spending a lot of time on one question. Since the synonyms can get tricky, you have to be careful about the time and looking for synonyms, and don't give up on those, because they will be there. There are some easy words you can take, and then you put them in, look for them in the paragraph. Once you start looking in the paragraph for them, you will find them, right? It may take time, like I'm repeating it. In the first 3-4 questions, it may take you a little longer. However, as you move on, it will the pace up. It will definitely pace up. For questions say 5 to 10, it will. Mostly these questions are designed in such a way that they consume more time. So it's okay. You have 13 minutes. Use your 13 minutes. Try to understand the logic. And some questions will move really fast. Some will take a little bit more time. Another thing you need to remember is that these are 4 parts that we have discussed in reading, but sometimes in the exam you can get an unscored section. You will not know which section is unscored, but you may get an additional unscored section for reading. That section, like I'm mentioning, unscored, is not checked, but you don't know which one it is. So when you go for the exam, you have to if that question comes up, or if there's an additional, say, question for correspondence or for diagram, you have to do all of them equally well. Do not assume that maybe this one is the one which is unscored. Just give your full attention, full time, full concentration, no confusion to even the extra question which comes, because that may come for some students. Okay. Thank you for watching. We'll continue this in the next video.